Welcome to Nora's Happy Space. I had the opportunity to take a trip with one of my nieces this summer to Salt Lake City, Utah. We also took a few little side trips to two of the national parks. We went to Grand Teton National Park and Yellowstone National Park. Now, in this video, I'm going to tell you the good, the bad, and my favorite national park that we visited. Our first park we visited was Grand Teton National Park. Now, when we got to the entrance of the park ranger just let us go through. We didn't have to pay admission. They were just trying to keep the line moving, so that was pretty awesome. And we did stop at where they have the big sign for the park, and you can see the mountains in the background. Unfortunately, we didn't take a picture with the sign. There was a lot of other people trying to do the same, so we just kind of took some pictures and moved on. Now, we did also go to the Craig Visitor Center, which has a very nice restroom and a nice little gift shop, so I picked up a few souvenirs. The next stop was Jenny Lake, which took a few minutes to park because the parking lot was super small. It was totally worth the wait though. We hiked a little bit on the trail, enjoyed the view, and loved hearing the peacefulness of the area. We drove up to Signal Mountain and saw the summit and the surrounding area, which was stunning. We drove to Mormon Row to see the famous barn with the mountains in the background. So beautiful. We did drive the scenic loop that goes around Grand Teton National Park, so we got to see pretty much most of the park. And on our way back, we did stop at Jackson Hole. Now, it was pretty crowded there, so we didn't have enough time to stay there very long because we had to head back to where we were staying for the night. On another day of our trip, we went to Yellowstone National Park. Now, we went up through West Yellowstone, so before we went to the park, we stopped at Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Center, where we got to see some different types of wolves, and we saw a few bears that were playing. We did have to pay for admission to go to Yellowstone. We didn't get a free day like we did at Grand Teton National Park, and we did get to stop and see a variety of geysers and pools. Now, I didn't get a chance to write down all the places that I went to in Yellowstone, but it was mostly on the west side, so enjoy a few of these cool spots.
We didn't feel like taking
but there wasn't really anything happening, so it was a little disappointing. On our way out of the park, we did run into quite a bit of traffic. And the cool thing was, though, we got to see some bison. They were on the side of the road. And of course, we stayed in our vehicles. We did not go out to see them up close. So that was kind of neat to see the wildlife. And then we headed back through West Yellowstone. Now, unfortunately, we got there a little late and they were having a 4th of July parade, so they had a lot of the roads blocked, and we ended up having to drive way around, like 45 minutes out of our way. But the good thing was that we did get to see some really beautiful scenery through Montana on our way back. Okay, the good for Grand Teton National Park was less crowded, and we were able to see pretty much all the park in one day. The bad, there was a little bit of crowding at Jenny Lake because the parking lot was kind of small. Good for Yellowstone was we got to see the bison, and there's a lot of variety with the geysers and the pools that we saw. Now the bad, where there were a lot of crowds, a lot of people there, and Old Faithful was a little disappointing. My favorite park, drumroll, was Grand Teton National Park. We were able to see more in one day, and it was less crowded, and the views were pretty spectacular. I did learn to never go to Yellowstone National Park on 4th of July. That was not good planning on my part. I did not think about the parade happening in West Yellowstone, so that was a little too much. So, lesson learned. September is Classical Music Month, so join me next week to learn all about my favorite classical pieces of music and favorite composers. Now, if there is a special topic in travel, art, or music that you would like me to talk about, feel free to comment below. Until next time, take care. If you like this video, then don't forget to give it a thumbs up down below. And also leave me a comment there and share this video with your friends and your family. You can also subscribe to this channel by clicking the subscribe button down below. And that way you don't miss out on any future content that's posted. You can also follow me on Instagram at Nora's_happy_space. For more information, check out my blog at norashappyspace.wordpress.com.